All right, everybody. This has got to be the craziest fucking KvK 3 in a while. I mean, the fighting was all there. Um, we were really lucky to go up against a kingdom like 77 who just kept showing up to ruins, kept showing up to altars. 84 was constantly talking shit, but like in the toxic variety, which sucks. I mean, they could do better as a big kingdom like that. Like, they need to do better. Um, but here we are. We're burning their circles. We got past 9 opening soon. I think it's 24 hours from now or so. So, we're at the point now where everybody's kind of making friends with one another, as they should be. The KvK4 is SOC, and it's, if you're a native account to any of these kingdoms, you got a lot of work to do still. You're going to be far behind. And we can't be just messing around doing all this shit. But that's not really why I wanted to make this video today. I wanted to really put to bed all of the shit, all of the drama that's happening right now with 75, 85, 84. And just set the record straight. If anyone wants receipts or anything, just reach out to me. If you're in one of those kingdoms and you want to know what the fuck is going on, let me know and I'll help you out. I'm not going to show it here today. It's just a little too much work and I don't have enough time to break it all down. But if you want to reach out to me, I'd be happy to send you some screenshots of just the pure lunacy that happened with 75 and the domino effects that came after that. First off, I gotta say, just really quickly, both 77 and 93. I talk so much shit, guys, and you guys should be used to that. I've played with many of you in previous KvKs and beyond. And you guys are always class acts. I don't think 93 said a peep in LKC this entire KvK. They put their best foot forward against 81, who was just a stronger, more powerful, more active kingdom. I mean, there's not a lot you can do there. You guys definitely didn't receive any support from anybody. So hats off to you. 77, I mean, I don't know what would have happened if you guys didn't fuck up pass opening in Kingsland. I don't know what would have happened. I think it would have been a 30-hour Kingsland instead of a 18-hour Kingsland. I think we still would have probably prevailed because I know that 81 would have still come up and assisted both 91 and us. It was definitely a really great fight with you guys, so I appreciate your time and effort because we had a ton of fun. But 75, I made a quick video before Kingsland passed opening. I didn't want to release it. I still don't want to release it because I want to dive deeper into this. So in the video that I didn't release, I talked in detail about 75, their very poor and incompetent leadership that really just don't really understand the game or know what's going on. So 91 was looking for a little bit more teleport space in Kingsland. Makes sense. They're gigantic. 75 is very, very small and very weak. They're very close to being the 8th weakest kingdom in this KvK. They're not that much stronger than 85. Let's face it. So 91 was like, hey, you have a farm alliance on the corner. Like, nobody does that. You should have your best alliance on the corner and on the pass, and then you can, fill in or not even put anything down. You don't need 3 AFs. You just don't need 3 AFs. It's defensive, right? You have time to react and build the 3rd AF if you want. If you want to play defense, they take 4 hours to build, and by the time that those passes are opening that you lost. So what the fuck is the point? We never dropped one. We never dropped a 3rd AF. Anyways, they refused to remove this AF. We said, hey, put A down there instead. Get it closer to the mountain so you can mountain jump. They didn't understand that. They were like, no, we can't mountain jump. It's like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You guys are so fucking stupid. So we kept pushing them to do this because 91 really wanted to put this extra fort down. I mean, 84 did it over here too. They had a fort right here, and they had all this territory here to mountain jump through. They didn't end up doing that because we were too much to handle. I don't think that they could have done that. There's no way they could have fought both us and 91 on two fronts. They tried to a little bit during the Kingsland fight, but they got fucked. They sent like 3 or 4 big guys over, and the trades were way too fucking good. But I digress. So after all this happened, 75 took it like we were bashing on them, and they threatened to not even fight at all in the KvK because we told them to move an AF for 91 because they said, nope, we're not doing that. And we don't want to, help the coalition. We don't want, we're the 4th best alliance in the coalition. We're the least important. Sorry, you are the least important kingdom in this coalition. Doesn't mean that you're not going to play a huge part. And they ended up doing okay against 85, but that's all they did. We bailed them out multiple times. They had multiple civil wars. It was just always chaos over there. They never joined a single phone call of ours. We had multiple coalition calls. They might have joined 1 or 2 in which nobody spoke. Trust me, I get it. Language is a barrier. But there has to be some sort of effort there. And also, I know that they're on the other side of the world than most of us too. So like the time zone thing was a little tough to line up with them. But they still need to make an effort to understand what's happening in the KvK. It's just like bare minimum shit. You know what I mean? But, so that all happened. We smoothed that over. We kissed their ass because, we needed them to fight. We couldn't just have 85 pushing freely, and it just, we would have been fucked. So we said, okay, whatever. In the back of our heads, we're like, okay, fuck these guys. We're not going to do shit for them. We're not going to, they're not going to go bend over backwards for rewards for them. And then it turns out, so our rewards agreement with 91 and 81 and 70 and 75, we all agreed to this, that we would break up the rewards based off of kills and deads. We knew that 91 was going to beat us in kills and deads, even with them skipping altar and ruins, even with them doing that. We knew that they were going to beat us because they just have way more players. They have 500 active players. I think they scanned 470, I think was the number Sultan gave me. Like our scan was 200 deep, there was a few people up to like rank 300, but truly people that were fighting hard throughout KvK. So, we knew we weren't going to keep up with them, but, 91 is good about rewards, man. They weigh them appropriately. They understand the impact that your kingdom made. And 75's kills and deads were by far the lowest. And they included the civil war that they had back in their home kingdom, where they had their 4 biggest accounts in their kingdom zeroing people and themselves on other people. I mean, we probably counted 15 million deads just in that, or more. Way more, excuse me, just in that. So like their stats were super low. They didn't have a huge war with 85. They lost their pass multiple times with 85 because they have no round-the-clock coverage. Like, yes, they have people that aren't in Korea, but the majority of their players are Korean, and when they go to sleep, their kingdom's dead. So, we would have to come over and watch their pass, watch their gate while everybody took a little snoozer over in 75. It was just a headache, they weren't helpful. They never were helpful. They never helped us at any of our gates. They might have helped 91. I don't really know. I don't remember. But yeah, that was that. So once the KvK ended, 75 stood up and said, "Oh, we want to take 2 circles, 2 RC or an RCF in 4 camps, and that's what we're taking." And we all looked at each other and said, "No, you're not. You don't get to determine what you get. And they kept saying, well, that's fair. Everybody should get the same stuff. It's like, no, that's not what we agreed upon. So, we talked to them in detail. I guess somebody in 81 reached out to them to try and smooth it over, and God bless the guy. He shouldn't have, but he did anyways, because they're allies, and, you want to make sure everyone's happy. So we told them some stuff he shouldn't have, like, yeah, you can take these rewards. And none of us agreed to that. And no, they can't take those rewards because we had a plan. We were breaking this down and making this happen as an entire coalition. We were deciding who gets what. And 75 wasn't participating. They were just saying, this is what we're taking. You guys figure it out. No, dude. Fuck you. No. That's not how any of this ever works. Not in the real world and not in Rise of Kingdoms. So, now we have a nice little ceasefire with both 93 and 77 because, why not? We can give them some rewards. We can give them camps and RCF. It doesn't hurt us to do that. Those guys, those kingdoms fought hard. They did well. And now 75 is completely out where they're getting burned pretty much everywhere currently. Yeah, they're going to get pushed completely out of Kingsland soon. They had about 40 or 50 cities get zeroed in Kingsland because 91 said, no, you guys aren't going to do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's just not how any of this works. They have the biggest egos I've ever met in this game. And their egos are coupled with a complete lack of understanding of the game. It's quite remarkable, actually. I've played a bunch of really great Korean kingdoms. So many of them are phenomenal at this game. We have our best player, Dior, came from a Korean kingdom. She's by far our best player, and it's her second account. This dude is just like following people out of this fucking flag. It's so annoying. So yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to break that down for you guys. Again, if anyone has any questions, let me know. Fuck 75.